Hey DOT community, this is another DOT after show with Zalon and Bo. How we doing, Bo?
Good, Zalon.
Just good. All right, so we just have the beginning of the Chinese New Year. We got two events.
Yay!
Of course, the developers got laid it all out for what's going to be happening in the upcoming 2 weeks. So, basically, what we're looking at here is the return of the Monkey King. So we have a Wukong event, and his skills stayed the same.
Yeah,
so if you did many will argue that if you have a Kronos right now, Kronos is better than Wukong. So there is that. So just to put that disclaimer out there right now, but also too, if you're just a fan of any kind of off Titans, just really cool event Titans, Wukong, I got him the first time around, and I got a 3 out of 4, and I'll show him off here in a little bit. But what I mean by that is he can be a little bit difficult to get good rolls, which is the Archer offensive X skills and the defensive Goliath skills. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty random,
So we'll see. So just keep that in mind with this event when it comes down to... Now, he is a Titan buffing champion, so of course, when it comes down to champions, you also have Siegfried, but you also have who's gone kind of to the wayside. He's his reign has long been gone, and also too, you also have Hades too, and also Poseidon. So when it comes down to the summoners champions that buff troops, there is that as well. But Wukong, I like him. I've always thought he is pretty sweet of a Titan, and also to his relics, the Jade Statue, Mask of the Dragon, and Lost Medallion. So let's see who's all popping in here too, because we've probably got some people watching now. Yeah, here we go. What's up, Jamie, Daniel, Andrew, Wrecking Nomad? Yeah, he's a champion. What's up, JJ, Ian Rogerson, King Pazoo? Yeah, so the relics, I do have to say, I have had Titans periodically that these relics have been useful on. But the only thing is, though, it's all because a lot of times we've been using a lot of relics that are going to be defensive for Goliaths. So offensive Goliath relics kind of go to the wayside. The mask with the Titan health isn't bad if you're trying to buff up the Guardian or Paladin, but I haven't seen that really used too much as well. And then the Titan Armor, Titan Critical, and Titan Troop Physical Resist. That last one, just because it actually has a resist on it, I think is a little bit more useful. But, again, it just depends on if you have these relics already or not, how excited you will be about seeing them again. We do have them in 3-star and 4-star versions. So... let's see. Yeah, of course, the Thor and Dionysus that we know from the most previous pull event are giving the 1.4 boost in this event. And then, of course, Champion Titans are giving the 1.2. And then all the champions are giving the 1.1. So at least it doesn't matter what star you have. You at least get a boost. Because everybody has to have at least a Champion Titan. Everybody's got a Champion Titan. You know, where's your Kobor at? So, and then, of course, Grounded Loaf. Yeah, excited about the loafs. And of course, Thor, Dionysus, Siegfried, Flame Hydra Core, and Ayaka are all in the temple. And Wukong, born from a magic stone, which sits upon a mountain of flowers and fruit. There you go. Great lore. And everybody knows how to participate. So let's take a look at the rewards. I got the rewards breakdown.
Yeah, the rewards aren't bad if you're not going for it. You got 3 tokens at 2K.
Yes,
so, you
do.
can definitely do that.
The DGs though. The one thing I want to mention is the 50 DGs though is outside of 2K, which is not good. They need
Yeah, that's a little weird.
So the free-to-play players, again, that are trying to get by, or even the players that are just trying to just get 3 tokens and continue, and not get too excited about this event don't even get an opportunity to get 50 DGs. So that's one thing I noticed right off the bat. But besides from that, we have 5 tokens in total, 425 portal stones. The portal stones are pretty high. 2,850 gems. They're kind of low. And 500 DGs, of course, if you go all the way, you can get the 300 at the end to make the full 500.
Right.
So, but for this event for myself, Wukong is giving a 1.5 boost in the next upcoming event. 1.5, everyone. 1.5 boost is actually very nice. So just keep that in mind if you don't have a Wukong already. But besides from that, and you're excited about Zubai. I'm probably saying it wrong, but or Zubei. Hogwarts. Yeah. Well, I was gonna.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
Name is Hogwarts.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a look at him very shortly. We got some stuff from the live stream that we're gonna take a look at. Yeah. Save for Zeus. Yeah, that's what D's saying. What's up, Pulse?
Yeah. So the question was, is this a good event for free-to-play players to grind? The answer to that question really is it depends. Depends on,
How much
did
time?
you get Chronos? Because if you didn't get Chronos, Wukong is kind of like Chronos Light.
Yeah.
He's not a summoner, but, he does some of the same things. And then after, if Chronos ever comes back around, these Wukong relics work really well with Chronos.
Yeah. So there you go.
So there's that to keep in mind.
Because obviously, because when I was talking about the relics earlier, they're not working with certain Titan builds that I currently have right now, but it doesn't mean that they won't work in the future. And like I said, I have used them in the past. So currently, I don't. When it comes down to relics, you find out that relics that you haven't used for a few months sometimes come right back around when a new Titan comes out. That you're like, oh well, this works for them now. So yeah. Collecting a lot of 4-star relics is not a bad thing. What's up, Moon City? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that.
Make sure you tune in to Jason Jerome's executive summary of the event, where he tells you exactly how much it should cost to complete the event, both grinding and spending.
Nice. Yeah, I hope so too. I'm interested in seeing exactly how this breaks down for the numbers. So yeah, make sure you do tune in. JJ definitely does not get enough viewership for the work he does, because I think a lot more people would like to know a lot of the information that he puts out there. So for the rank rewards, they are giving away a level 40 Wukong for first place. So back to seeing higher level 4 stars being given away for first place. Besides from that, though, Wukong goes all the way up to top 100, which is interesting. So top 50 is getting a level 10, and top 100 is getting a level 1. So making the actual rank rewards, especially if you're not interested in grinding for Wukong in the actual milestones, but would still like to get a Wukong, making for the top 100 push to be a bit more competitive, I would say. So...
yeah, well, I think top 100 is going to be pretty achievable, because there's a lot of people that are like, I'm going to 2K because I have all this stuff, and so a lot of the long-term players are probably not going to enter it, not going to do it.
Exactly.
So D is in the chat. D has some spots available in War. So if you're...
and we're in 16th place right now.
You expect to do... Yeah, War's in 16th place, so I think we're putting all of the NTT finishers that want to move to War in War. And we should have some spots on there.
And
but
I wouldn't doubt.
I
would not doubt that. Also, it looks like Hammer's in the top 50 as well. That I wouldn't doubt that Legends might even push for top 100. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we got room in Legends, and we could probably push for top 100 in Legends. So anyway, D is in the chat. Message D. Let her know. Let her in game as well. It's D space NTG in game.
Yeah.
And see if we can find a spot.
There you go. All right. So
D says 7,000 soul minimum for War.
There you go. Oh, I got to request troops.
Hello, Zalon.
How we doing?
How are you, Bo?
Good. How you doing?
Very good.
Awesome. All right, so let's see here. So before I get on to my grind, I'm gonna pop out. We're gonna take a look at the new Is it Zubai? I'm gonna call it Zubai. Here he is.
I think so. It's Dubai.
Here he is.
It's Zubaji.
Zuba.
Okay. AKA Hogwarts.
Yeah. So, Bo, tell us a little bit more about him here, because you had a whole little clip that you posted in the dev live stream about this guy.
So, all right, I don't know if any of you guys realize this, but Wukong was actually a character from a Chinese novel that was written back in like 1582 or something called Journey to the West. So Wukong was a character in that novel. He was the Monkey King. Zubaji is another character in that novel. Zu translates as swine, and Baji means 8 precepts, which is a Buddhist thing, right? So, if you get an English version of the book, they're going to translate Zubaji as Pigsy or pig. And so his weapon is a rake. That's his weapon from the novel. So they did a very good job of staying true to the character from the book when they created this Titan. So that's one of the reasons why he looks the way he does.
Yeah. Well, he definitely has that super. He's got that super ugly face.
In the novel, Wukong refers to Zubaji as the idiot.
Interesting. So he's the idiot, huh? He's got the rake.
Yep.
So anyway, he comes with the 3 rage spells, and of course, 2 Titan 2 skills, and then a Titan 3, and then of course a Titan X skill at the end. This one with the health at the end isn't probably one of the better builds. But of course, with only 1 resist there in the middle, it's going to be very specific, I would think, to a situation where you'd be taking him in. I don't know if he's... And again, being a champion, more oriented towards some lower castles, I would say. I'm not going to say that it's going to be like a Krampus situation again. What would you say there, Bo? Would you agree to that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Because what do you think, chat? Because it seems like I think I had a few comments right here. 2K on next few events and save for next summoner. Yeah, and Ian Rogerson agrees. I was gonna say I do feel trophy pig only. Yeah, when it comes down to if they come out, if they do, they did not really mention it specifically. I asked a few times on the stream to see if I mean, if you were gonna have a pig,
this would be the one to have.
If they're gonna have
the new champion skill set.
There you go.
So
yeah,
the rest of them are just regular old champions. This one's got the new champion skill set.
Yeah, and I mean here I'm looking at the 2 new relics. We have the beaded necklace, Titan health, Titan critical, all troops physical damage. You know, most of the time when you're worried about physical damage, you're worried about you're mostly worried about archers, and you're mostly concerned about spearmen to have defense and not really too concerned about offense. So all I'm saying is,
but just remember,
that
relic will can be useful for any of the Titans that buff physical troops. So
true. I'm just looking at this relic from a standpoint as, would you consider this to be a relic that you would use on any current Titans, or if you're thinking maybe this will be useful in the future kind of thing down the road?
Look, there's JJ everybody saying they'll all have new skills by summer.
Yeah, right. There you go. Well, here's the
JJ,
calabash.
jump in the chat if you can.
Titan physical damage, Titan armor piercing, all troop elemental resist. Now that's interesting. Now notice it's still super low on the percentage.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's all troops resist all element. That's
exactly
pretty wide base, so they had to make that a little bit low.
Of course. And
but
these type of relics keep these type of relics keep popping
fill
up.
some gaps.
So
yeah, you could definitely fill some gaps. That's what. So we were having a discussion the other day about there's a lot of relics that give you that 24%, and you can only get your resistance up to 88%. This relic can fill that gap for you, and it's usable for every element that you're looking to fill that hole. So that relic right there might actually be pretty useful.
yeah. So that's what I wanted to make sure we took a look at these two new relics to see, even if you're not interested in the pig, would you be interested in these relics for his event, especially if they come before him. Now, if these relics, of course, come after, well, like the calabash, if it comes after him in the milestones, then are people going to grind all the way just for this relic? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't know about that.
If this came before him, I mean, they might put the beaded necklace before him, but they may put the calabash after him. So then that may make you still be like, all right, well, I'd have to do the entire event to be able to get this thing. So, all right, well, onward to the next major thing that they talked about, which, of course, we can only talk a little bit because it was only teased just a little bit on the live stream. So we're talking about the new event type, Conquest. This was discussed only as and described as a tower mode. If you've played other types of mobile games, so of course you would start with a low level and work your way up to a higher level, and get obviously progressive rewards throughout the time. They talked about corrupted troops. Now this is the screenshot I took from the live stream. The corrupted troops, of course, next to regular militia, that's corrupted militia. Here, let's zoom in. So the corrupted militia, really, can't really tell too much by looking at them. They didn't really change too much of the textures.
Yeah, they're just bigger. There's just more of them, and they have more. Well, he said more stats, more damage, more health.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty. So this is Matt's special project that he's been working on forever.
So, and they said there's going to be a lot more information about this divulged next week. So, of course, just to let everyone else know, yes, the SPPs are included on making sure we have up-to-date information about this event and everything else. So, look forward to that very soon. We will definitely keep you up to date on that as soon as we're allowed to release any information on it. All right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and I just asked.
What was that, Bo?
I was saying I just asked if we could, say, and I'm waiting on an answer. So.
Yep. And Mark, what were you asking? And welcome to Discord.
Yeah. I had a question, if you guys could confirm before they release this Jubai guy. Notice that Vanity skill has got 30% critical, right? Mm-hmm. So logically, you'd think that at level 20 he would have 30% critical, right? Or plus whatever he normally would have, right? Unfortunately, Loki has a skill just like that, and I think it's 20% critical. And the 20% isn't adding 20 to the critical. It adds 20% on top of its base critical. So in other words, Loki's base critical is like 10% as a infiltrator. So it puts it to 12. Right. Okay. So 30%
of the base.
So that's basically nothing. He basically has a base skill that gives him 3% critical. If he's base 10%, which I think a champion's even less than that. So, maybe y'all could check that out if you guys ever get one of those early and talk to the devs, because that's basically That's nothing of a skill increase for him.
Answer to your question, Brett Huber, yes, we do. So, he says, does this mean you YouTube guys already know what Conquest is?
Ooh.
So, all right. So, and to do the last one here, I like this. I really like this. They did this at the very end of the stream where they put a card that has this February in Dawn of Titans where it has Chinese New Year, new event type Conquest, community contest, which of course they did touch on that too. They said it was going to be similar to the Titan Brawl, and it's going to be a community-based event. So I'm assuming, and they show a relic here. So of course that has to do with relics. So we'll see. We'll see what that is. Unless it's, I wouldn't think it would be Titans, but because they made it even sound. And then of course we have a Greek god. Now, can anybody make out what Greek god they think this possibly could be at the very end here?
Gee, I wonder who that might be.
Now, it couldn't be Zeus. Do you think it could be Zeus? With spikes on his head?
No, well, with spikes on his head.
Are you looking at the same picture I am?
Are those spikes or are those lightning bolts?
All right. Well, anyway. So, we'll keep that up for possible discussion in Cerebus, says Anubis. Maybe. They're not done with Greek gods. So, that's Cupid, right? We'll see. We'll see, G-Bacon. So interesting. It definitely is looking like all sorts of new crazy stuff is on its way. Besides from that, they did talk about new avatars dropping next week. I know they've been pushing that off, but that is something else that they discussed. Besides from that, I did also mention that similar to Titan Brawl community-based event. What do you think that? What do you think that is, and what do you hope that is, Bo?
I'm sorry, I was breaking up there just a minute. What did you say?
I said the Titan Brawl community-based event in which they showed like it looked like a relic.
Oh,
like what do you hope that actually is?
I'm thinking that it's going to be.
What's up,
like,
Blank?
Remember we had to choose your Titan token?
Oh,
Thinking
you mean?
maybe,
Yeah. You think it's going to be another event where we're allowed to choose between multiple Titans?
Either that or relics, one of the two. I'm not really sure.
That'd be interesting too.
Like,
actually, if they gave us. Now they mentioned. Okay, we've mentioned before about how we would like a relic event. Okay, so what if this community choice event is relic oriented because they wanted it to be, because the relic events they've had in the past, a lot of the developers, they chose the relics I think that they put in the event, and I believe it really wasn't a real benefit to the community. So I believe if this is true, that if it's an event where it's going to be our choice, either maybe we get to choose, it may be a polled thing ahead of time, it may be, where we get to vote on something. But also, too, I thought maybe, like you were just saying, it may be also the ability to choose with a token guaranteed 4-star relics. But, of course, maybe it'll be from different elements, and that's where the choice comes in. Anubis says some info was leaked. Or banner rune altars.
What info are you talking about there, Anubis?
Yeah. Maybe it's a crown? Yeah, JJ, right?
Maybe.
Oh, what's up, Jupiter? Andrew C.
Well, there was on the back of Godan's video, he showed like a thing that showed physical pig, but right under it, the stats for a Cerberus were there. So
Kerberos, yeah, maybe.
With the
Oh, that's what he was referring to. He wasn't referring to the community-based event. Never mind. We were talking about something else. I was associating with what he said with what we were talking about. But they did address the Artemis situation. I know everybody was a lot of people were trying to get the developers to talk about it. They did address the Artemis situation, not as much as everybody really wanted them to. They did say, "Hey, there's an Artemis situation. We're looking into it." Nope, and they have no proper answer to actually say on the actual live stream. Now, will they actually go back and change all of the stats? Will they do something else? I of course, don't have any answers myself. So I wish I could just say, yeah, right. It's gonna be fixed, everybody. You don't have to worry. But there's still a petition.
Zalon, in your opinion, what should they do?
I believe that they should just change the skill like they did for Loki. That's what I want. Okay. Because I have the old Artemis. I didn't believe I should have, like, for the situation right now, for instance, I have this Wukong. I have a 3 out of 4 Wukong. Would I like a 4 out of 4 Wukong? Sure. But if I don't get a 4 out of 4 Wukong, I'll just get all the stuff from the event from grinding it all, and also I'll have some great food as well. So it really doesn't matter. I was concerned and didn't want to level up this Wukong, thinking that if this new one had better skills, like as in either a better roll than he already has, like 4 out of 4, or, for instance, if they actually changed the skills to be better, like in this Artemis situation. I did not want to see that happen. Now, does that hinder gameplay? Yeah, because in the last Fusion event, I skipped on Wukong's Fusion, even though I shouldn't have. Now that but it's still, I'm not going to say that it's a guarantee now that they're not going to pull something like that again. Unless they make some sort of statement that says...
Well, just for the record, I too think they should change all of the Artemises to the new skill set, because it may not seem like it's a huge deal just looking at the two stats compared one to the other, but when you start looking at how that affects how Artemis does during battle, it's a huge difference.
Now,
and this is really just a, this whole uproar is because of the time frame, right? Artemis hasn't been out that long. Right. If Artemis had been out for a year, don't think we would have seen nearly as much uproar. But I don't because Artemis was just a few months ago, and it's been just long enough for people to get her maxed out, and now they're like, oh, here's the new and improved version, So,
yeah. D says they didn't completely shut the idea down, though. They said they were looking into it, which is why we need to keep complaining so our voices are heard. Of course, I agree. And that's why I'm glad you're here posting the link to the petition, because there still needs to make sure that the
hey, man, at least they had a meeting about it.
People know about it.
So that, the petition that's been circulated, they see that stuff. I know they see it because I sent it to them. So...
Yeah, the Artemis situation is huge. Well, okay, anyway, so looking at my Wukong, I said I was going to show my Wukong off earlier. With the Goliath health and Goliath damage, that's what the Goliath damage is where it's is the skill that if that was Goliath armor instead would make this a 4 out of 4 Wukong. So I have been leveling him up, of course, and like I said, I stopped leveling him just because I was a little concerned. But now that I know what the situation is with this event, I will be taking this Wukong further unless I get a better Wukong. And then if I do get a 4 out of 4, which again is not easy to do. A 3 out of 4 is actually still very, very applicable. So, especially if you don't have a Chronos. So, to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So, because we're not going to say, hey, Chronos is coming back around next week, you know what I mean, in a milestone. Now, you may see Chronos again in a pull event in a few months. Yeah, you may. But you may not see Chronos in a milestone again for a while. So you do have to keep that in mind. Changes to Archers coming soon, which is another thing that's really awesome. Because, of course, Chronos and Wukong would be affected by that. So keep that in mind as well. Because they keep on mentioning changes to Archers coming soon. So... if you want a Titan that, you know, also, I guess, also you can think about if you do have a, what's it called? Human Ranger.
Toland?
Toland, yes. If you have a Toland, he may now become a little bit more effective as well. So keep that in mind. And maybe Siegfried will show back up into the meta. You never know. Maybe that's why they're trying to do. Maybe that's why they're trying to do it. Or Saphira, yeah, that's true too. So, yes. Besides from that, let's see. Oh, the stuff about the profile rewards was huge. The profile rewards, are you talking about how they turned it off again and now they're just waiting to come back with some sort of new and updated full rollout to the level up rewards? Because I know, yeah, some people were getting, of course, special different rewards for a while.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I was not in the test pool because
I wasn't either.
It was. I mean, you know, you were getting a Titan token. Okay, you had a chance to get a 4-star there. That's a pretty significant increase over what you normally get with the 200 gems and full stuff.
Yeah. So. Yeah, if you have a Talon Max, nice have changed. Yeah, exactly. So you may find that some of your Titans, how unbalanced it was. Yeah, well, talking about how the they shouldn't.
Yeah.
They should.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not crazy about the way that they just test these changes on a subset of players because it's like, you know, I don't know what it is, what the point is of testing it on 10% of the players. Other than, you know, if there's a problem when the awards are rewarded, then test it internally. But you're giving certain players an advantage that other players don't, and it's like
the daily calendar rollout. We saw this with the same thing with the daily calendar. People were getting the daily calendar before other people were getting daily calendars, and they thought that they were getting an unfair advantage. So
I mean, it's like I mean, I can understand needing to test the new thing, but I don't understand what it is that they're able to learn by only having 10% of the players do it or get it in the actual game. That's, you know, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they said, you know, like, oh, hey, guys, you know, if it was like a sport, you know, like 10% of the players get to use, you know, heavier bats than the other ones, you know?
That's right.
So we'll just see how that works. Well, that you know.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Or 4-minute portal stone timer or something. We're just testing it out.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Yeah, for only a certain amount of players. Yeah, so. All right, so we're going to throw on. Which was throw on? We'll take this one off for right now. Just toss on some grinded loaf and get Dionysus some bread because he's had way too much to drink. So.
Yeah, Dionysus needs to chill.
Yeah, he's had way too much.
He's the god of wine, so when he runs out, he can just make more.
Yeah, they also mentioned that Lightning Troops economy relics are going to start rolling out next week. We've heard that also before.
And I hope so. It's about time.
Right? We've heard that before as well, so. Now, next week's stream is going to be Wednesday. So.
Yeah.
There is that.
Yeah, next week's stream is going to be Wednesday, and then they said at the end that the Zubaji event was going to be
Tuesday
through Friday.
Yes, which is strange.
Which is a weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
D-Bacon, no, they haven't mentioned anything to us about Throne Wars in a while, actually.
Yeah, they haven't.
Hey, Bo, do you think that if the event next week is a midweek event, do you think that event is going to be one where you can use all boost relics?
I don't know. That'd be nice. I have a few. I got some.
They said an event coming up soon with that you'll be able to use all your event boost relics on. They didn't say what event they're referring to, but they said there's an event coming soon.
Yeah, I find it kind of annoying though that the cold servings were used several weeks ago on several months ago on a physical event. And now you have another physical event, and they're using grounded loaf.
Yeah.
I got three stars. I've been holding on to for like 2 months.
Barrow's asking when we do the event. Zalon, how far are you planning on going in this event?
I'll probably go pretty far. Probably pretty far.
I have to look and see. I think I have everything in this event. I think I got to check and see if I've got the rune. If I don't have the rune, I may go for that.
So, Zalon, why would you? I mean, I'm going to go all the way on this, but I'm curious why you decided you're going to go pretty far in this. What is the compelling piece for it for you?
Probably just because I would like to get another. I would like to get a perfect Wukong, to be honest. But if I don't get a perfect Wukong, I've been just enjoying so much raiding recently that I've been leveling up so many of my relics this last week. It's been so much fun. So I don't want to stop. Let's put it that way. So events for me, I just fill up on so many XP relics. Also, I got Olmerand up to 46.5 on all the XP relics that I got. So, I mean, I'm still, like, again, leveling Berserkers with XP relics. And just having a blast getting all my relics up for Kronos and Valorn. That I just need more grinding. Let's just put it that way. And this event will do exactly that. Except I can't be losing that kind of troops. Although
that's pretty good. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why I do events so much is because of so many of the advantages you get from just all that grinding. I mean, especially with this one, you can grind up Dionysus pretty well.
Yeah. Well, if anything, if anything, I'm going to just take this Dionysus to 40. You know what I mean? So, if anything, I know he's not part of a collection right now. I don't think.
He will be.
He will be, though, at some point. So, I got this one, of course, at 30 from that epic token pull the other day. So, when it comes down to the level 1 that I have that definitely doesn't have as good as skills, I'm definitely going to wait for a fusion event for him. So it's basically fun with
Green Arrow says
fun with Dionysus.
Why don't you have Kronos? Who cares about the Monkey Titan? Yeah, but if you don't have Kronos, Wukong can be a decent substitute. You know, he's like Kronos Light.
Yeah, or also Green Arrows because I have plenty of relics for Wukong, and I've already leveled them all up. So if I get a better roll, he's just going to become another defender. Now, is he as good as? Am I planning on having Wukong over Kronos on my garrison? Probably not. But am I going to need other defenders besides him? Because eventually, I mean, I would love to have a whole bunch of defenders. I want to have as many as I possibly can. So, yeah. It's one of those things for myself. So, because I've already put a lot into this current Wukong, and like I said, if I get a better one, that'd be great. But if not, it's all gonna be food. And again, all the grinding that I put in. Am I gonna have time to grind this weekend? Yes. If I wasn't gonna have the time to grind this weekend, probably wouldn't be going as far. So.
Yeah, so you'll be going for it, but you're not going to be spending on it.
Yeah, I'm going to go as far as I can with just straight grinding and getting as many possible rewards. Because earlier this week, oh my gosh, I got so many triple battle drops. It was so awesome. So.
Right, says, has anyone brought to attention to the devs about Chris confirming we should get one guaranteed drop from every battle we currently are not getting at least one? I must have missed that, Rides. When did they say that?
Well, that was Rides has paid attention to something I brought up a while back. But Chris mentioned something about that we're supposed to get a guaranteed one drop out of every battle, but there are battles we get absolutely no drops whatsoever. So, which is the reason why I say that's a hole in that logic of we get at least a guaranteed one out of every battle, like Chris said. So,
I wonder if it's a fully defended land
if he's referring
versus
to
a ping pong land.
yeah.
Oh, hey, Bo, along these lines, remember how we were talking about how we thought, theories on how maybe it determines whether there's a drop or not, and you were saying that, maybe an idea that it might be doing is it calculates it before the battle and figures out which troops are going to spawn a drop. You remember that conversation?
Oh, I was under the impression it was a dice roll every time that the troops are killed.
Yeah, I think it is, and the reason why I think it is now is because I realized that, sometimes you get battle drops off of spawned, like, dead, skeletons, right? And since skeletons are a spell, there's really no way prior to the battle that it would know that you're even going to drop that spell. So my guess is it's probably just every time a troop dies on the event handler, it just rolls the dice.
All right, G-Bacon. Sounds good, man. Okay, yeah, so evidently I missed that where they said you're supposed to get one. That would be nice.
Yeah,
I think they were talking out there. I don't think he really knew the answer, and he was just kind of saying it, and I think he was just wrong. I doubt they're going to make a change to suddenly make that true. Do you think, Zalon?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. I still think
they don't make it true.
I still think there will be battles where you get nothing. What's up, Zaret? What's going on?
Blank says, do you think corrupted troops will be better than Omega troops? Not really sure how that applies, but the corrupted troops are only dropping in the event. My understanding was that the corrupted troops, you would be going against the corrupted troops.
Yeah.
Not that you would be able to use them yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Although
I
I have an idea though already. Ha ha ha. And I'm going to say it right now because Zalon predictions TM, 57 people watching for everyone here. You're going to hear me say it first. How about those Skelly spells when you're dropping them on corrupted troops? Ha ha ha.
Ooh.
It's going to be fun. How many troops are going to be dead on the battlefield that you're going to be able to drop those Skelly spells on?
Interesting. Nice catch, Zalon.
Well, I mean, these new ideas are all going to start coming out as things go on. But with corrupted troops being larger like that, I think it's going to possibly create larger spawns for those Skelly spells. So.
Yeah, maybe so.
But yeah, this event just allows me to play with Dionysus for the first time, because if I also did not get a level 30 Dionysus yesterday, I might be a little less inclined to do this event. But
Lord, look, it's Jim. Jim is here.
That's your real horn, though, isn't it, Bo?
That's my truck horn.
That's your real horn. It's not a sound. It's not a sound effect. Look into Zalon's.
Yeah, so I took my Dionysus up to 31 the other day just so I could have those 3 slots and those 3 Omega troops. I had lots of fun playing with Dionysus. I've just had, Kronos and Hell and working on those. Dionysus is on the list, but, he's on the bench, right? He's like 3rd or 4th down.
Yeah. Well, this one's definitely going to be one, like I said, that I'll take up to 40, because I know that, if anything, that's not going to be horrifically bad, even though he isn't a perfect Dionysus, but getting perfect rolls on some of these Titans isn't just going to happen every day. Let's just put it that way, everyone. If you've played long enough,
you guys think a pig collection's coming out next week?
It should be. Gosh, I asked.
I don't know if it's going to come next week, but we should have one at some point, I would think. Now, right?
It should. I don't have Stone Scar, though. I'm missing Stone Scar. I have all the other ones, though. Does anyone think we will see Odin again in an event, and will they improve his skills? Well, he was just available in a pull event, but proving his skills, that was one thing that I didn't like about Odin. I thought his skills were really weak. So I didn't get to... After he came out, I was like, well, he's going to sit at level 20. So until I you know, if I get a better one, I'd be really happy because... And hopefully a higher level, too, as well. Like just like my Dionysus situation. Because... I'll tell you what.
Brett Huber, random question. Does anyone think we will see Odin again? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I guess that already.
I just read that one, yeah. It's alright, though. So who here in the chat? All right, let's see. Who cares? Odin sucks. Yeah, see Shia, but everybody everybody wanted Odin though. He was the big talk of the town. But yeah. So who here in chat? We got a lot of people on right now. Who here in chat? How far are you going to go in this event? If it's 2K, say 2K. If it's going to be anything higher than that.
Where's the rune? Is the rune at 8K or 7K, something like that?
I'll check it, Bo, for you, just for you. I didn't drop my.
Yeah, 7K or 8K. That's where it's at. You're right.
Yeah. If you don't have the rune and you use Earth, it's probably worth 8K, right?
Look at all those militia. They're all bumping heads. How do they... Too many militia.
No, there's no such thing as too many militia. That's why they're called militia.
Okay. Petrified, we like our pork. Zaret's defending Odin. 56 watching, only 14 likes. A bit of a problem there. Support your local Bow and Zalon. There you go. Thank you, TP Berg. I appreciate it. TP Berg made it on my my pull video the other day.
Non-range lightning troops. That would be interesting.
If they change archers, he might be good again. There you go. Probably 10K, says Ed's channel. Brett Huber says, I'm bored. Gosh, Brett Huber. I'm just not good enough for Brett Huber's entertainment right now. He's just bored. Hold on. Let me just find some other quick, fast lands.
Blank, I don't have any way to answer that question because I haven't seen corrupted troops other than we saw a picture. We don't know their stats. We don't know any of that. So
yeah. You already have
corrupted to Omega is kind of pointless right now.
Frank Castle says 2K. Oh yeah. 2K or 5K. Zaret says grinding to grind as far as I can get those 4-star relics. There you go. Odin is a long-term Titan in case they ever come out with a non-range lightning troop. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Okay, G Bacon. I'll take a look at it when we're done with this.
What is the Min and Hammer? I don't know, Shia. I don't know what the Min and Hammer is.
I think Hammer D, if D is still in here, Hammer was somewhere like something like 7K, I think. 7K souls for Hammer.
She mentioned that was what was Wars. I don't know. I can check after this battle, see what Hammers is, if it's been released yet.
Bad Mother Trucker's going to 88888.
Ian Rogerson says 0K soul.
Wow.
Nice.
What's up, Roshan? So somebody said something about a DG pull. I know I didn't do a I said I was going to do a DG pull on a stream at one point and then just never did it.
Yeah. I mean, I can do some Divine Gem pulls on the test account, but I, on my personal account, am not doing any Divine pulls until they change what's in the 500 pull altar.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
There should be no 2-star anything in there.
It's pretty rough.
Right?
There's 2-star stuff in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You mean 3-star battle drops, right?
What are you talking about? I'm talking about 2-star. In the 500 Divine Gem altar, there should be no 2-star anything.
Yeah, there isn't any 2-star thing in the 500 DG. Is there? I've never seen anybody hit a 2-star something anymore, at least.
I thought there
Yeah,
were
Bo.
2-star
Yeah, I was gonna
XP
say, yeah,
relics.
things did get changed around in the DG altar.
I thought there were 2-star XP relics in there. Well,
No, it's
okay.
3-star.
Regardless of what's in there now, they're supposed to make a change.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to see what that is, okay? Okay.
All right.
It's still terrible, whatever it is, but it's not 2-star stuff. But it's still terrible. 3-star battle drop should not be in Divine Gem. That's a week's worth of work for a 3-star battle drop.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty bad. So let's see real quick, because people keep asking, where am I going to go to in this event? Let's see how far we can get, because I'm going to get a second Wukong from the top 50 reward, but
yeah, and another thing I'm pushing them for is tell us what's in the temple. What, if you're not going to give us the percentages of getting a 4-star, I would at least like to know what 4 stars are available, what relics are available, that type of thing. We should know that information.
yeah.
Preach.
All right, so I don't know. We'll see how far we can get up here. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm going all the way to Wukong, because then we'll see. Because then that'd be another Wukong. I don't know. It would maximize my rolls, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how far I can get from just straight grind, and then how much I feel like putting in on Sunday out of the gems. So, but I definitely know I got a 1.5 boost, and I at least have a level 41 Wukong now for the next event. So, let's see, how many more?
Yeah, I have to work on my Wukong. I think he's level 7.
Yeah, mine's level 0.
Jeez.
Level 0.
Level 0. VP? Oh, my VP it went down, Green Arrow. Now, see, I was in Legends, and I was beating Green Arrow in VP. I did take a screenshot. Of this. Wait, here, we can go back. We can go back. Hold on. I think it was right before. Yep, there it is. It was before all these pictures were taken out. Notice Zalon here is right above Green Arrow here in the VP. So it's not a lot of VP, but just to point out that Green Arrow had to make that comment here in the chat here. This is what happens, Green Arrow. Screenshots are taken.
So where is Bo? Where is Bo in VP?
Oh, well, you were way below that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you can't find Bo because Bo's in war.
Yeah, well, now you're in war. Yeah, I can find you now. Here, hold on.
D said he earned his star.
Yeah, see?
Guys, look. Lord Jesus has spoken.
Yeah.
You cannot have a star unless you're in the top half of VP. That goes for me. That goes for Zalon. It'll probably go for APOC. All right? So
I can't. My game's glitching out, Bo. I can't go any further.
It's okay.
I can't go far. That's too far down.
That's fine, man. I'm not in there. I'm not in there.
All right.
I can't go below 0. I have negative 150 KVP this week.
All that means is what the number says on Sunday. Oh, Sunday, Green Arrow, but I switched alliances. My VP went back to 0, so now we can't, there's no accurate, there's no way we can tell now. But all I know is I was beating Green Arrow and VP. That's all that matters. So, let's see. We should do one more altar pull. I'm probably not going to use it on this stream. I'll probably use it on the next stream because I'll be grinding otherwise. But I want to do one more altar pull on this first live stream because I feel like I get the best
I think
luck.
we should officially anoint Dee
Just another 2-star.
as she's like the Margaret Thatcher of NTG. She's our prime minister. Right?
Margaret Thatcher. I see. All right. 4-star Toxic Rune and 500 DG. That's not bad. Runes, banners, and orbs. All those, if you get those from DG pulls, that's pretty top tier rewards right there because they they put them on that kind of higher plateau of rewards when it comes down to when they do any kind of events surrounding them.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
So
you switched
we're
Alliance
talking
for a
about-
free Wukong. Oh, is that right, Green Arrow? Oh. No, the Alliance.
So,
War needed
remember
my
on
help.
Remember on the live stream? Yeah. So on the live stream, they were talking about, somebody made a comment that said, for April Fools, have an event with Runa as the boost Titan. I think there should be a special relic in that event that changes any Titan to Runa.
Oh, wow. That'd be
I mean, it's
crazy.
Runa.
Yo, that would be crazy on defense, though, if you think about it.
1 star.
If you think about it on defense, it'd be nuts, because when players would see the Runa on defense, I mean, they wouldn't see it on
Right, change it to Runa, but leave the stat of the Titan.
Yeah.
And just change the appearance.
It would be a camouflage move. It would be a camouflage move. They would never know what Titan you had.
Runaflage.
Runaflage, yes. I like it. Nice, Dan. Saving tokens. I better finish the event. It's not a free Wukong. He's finishing the event. Oh, Zalon, you better finish the event. D said so. Yeah, I know, right? I better finish. I'm going to get in trouble.
Right. The D will boo you. It doesn't matter how long. D will kick you out.
Well, Green Arrow, you going for top 100?
You think we can get Legends in top 100?
I think it's possible.
D, do you think we can get Legends in top 100? That would be really good for them.
Yeah, really. But yeah, this is my first real time to enjoy a little Dio play, as people keep on calling him Dio for Dionysus. Gotta make more militia though.
Ronnie James Dionysus.
Okay, D. The top 100 is not the goal for Legends. Okay, that's cool. Top 250 would be a nice gem reward, though, wouldn't it? It's just gems, right? It's gems and then Wukong, right?
Yeah. I think they stopped putting banners and orbs and stuff in that top 51 to 100.
I hope that's how they do it from now on. That's an awesome way of doing it.
This way right now?
Yeah, I love it. Because they were doing a level 10 4-star for the up through 50 for a while now, right? They had raised it from a 1-star to a 10-star. And then for Chronos, they backed it back down because they were trying to, basically scoop as much money as possible. But if they do top 100 gets a 1-star, that's a much better than a banner or something like that.
Yeah.
Frozen Rune, I think they did a while ago. That was terrible.
Yeah, one of the suggestions that I heard was if you're not going to have the Titan in top 100, you should make the top 100 reward like 7K gems or 8K gems, and then put the banner or the rune or the orb in the top 250.
Or at the minimum, I know they used to do this and people didn't like it, but once they up the XP, I mean, a 4-star XP relic for 50 through 100 is a pretty good deal. That's a good deal.
Equivalent to a same class 4-star Titan.
Absolutely.
It's not used. Actually pretty good.
What's up, Michael Marlowe? Getting ready to wrap up here. Getting over that 1 hour mark. I think I'm going to save my DGs. Bo talked me out of DG pulls for today. I'm going to save my DGs for one of my live streams. Maybe tomorrow night's stream. We'll see what happens.
everybody that's still watching, I have a question. APOC's been talking about us doing some more videos over on the Non-Toxic Gamers channel. You guys be interested in seeing just random games over on the Non-Toxic Gamers channel? Because that channel doesn't belong to any particular person. It's all of us can contribute to it. So Zalon and I want to keep our main channels just Dawn of Titans because that makes sense. But if for whatever reason we play some other game and think it's kind of cool, we can throw a video up over there. What's the link to the Non-Toxic channel? It's just Non-Toxic Gamers, I believe. I don't know if APOC has set up the custom URL or not, but I do believe it's just, youtube.com/non-toxic-gamer.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to keep...
One of the things I've been meaning to do is like a video on the YouTube streaming setup, because some people have been asking questions. I'm thinking it may just be easier to do a video and show it all and try to explain it 14 times to 14 different people.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I agree on that, Bo. Do you guys ever wonder why we don't have rings for all elements? Yeah, I do wonder why, G Bacon, and they did say in the live stream that they're going to be rolling some more rings out. Brett Huber says, "Boo, DG pool, I want to spend your DGs." Yeah, I know you do. There's the link again for, I think is that your channel, D? I think it is. Personally,
yeah, I think that's the
not interested, Bo. Not enough time in the day to start another game.
I said, no. Yeah, so that was the whole point of just throwing it over on the other channel, because it, maybe it's just one or two videos on a particular game.
Green Arrow.
Just to kind of see what it looks like, kind of deal.
Green Arrow. I played that Lord of the Rings game for probably about 6 months, 7 months, and that game is actually closing. Like they're taking it off the servers. It got to the point where they weren't supporting the game anymore. I could tell the developers weren't, so I bailed on it.
All right. Guy, minimum equipment to do a live stream. Well, really, honestly, all you need is a device connected to the internet. That's the minimum. Now, you want to do Discord, you got to have another piece. You want to do all the fancy banners and all that, stuff. Then you got to have a PC. You go that route.
Yeah, all different things. But I was gonna say I'm gonna keep grinding here. I'm probably gonna pop off this relic and save it for another live stream. But we're about the hour mark right now. Of course, always thanks to Bo for being on the after show like always, and Mark, thanks for jumping in. Always appreciate that too as well. Everybody here in the chat, thank you for showing up. Feel free to hit the like button on your way out, just in case you haven't done that yet, because that always helps.
or the dislike button.
Or the dislike button, too, because Bo is just, like that. Thanks, Bo. I appreciate it.
And you don't even have to smash it. You can just kind of tap it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smashing is preferred.
Yeah. Hey, Soldier. Yeah, we're still live, man.
Yeah, we're still live, but I'm getting off right now. Oh, did I ever play Clash? Yeah, I did. For a while. No, I didn't play it forever, though. I played it for a little while back when it was in its earlier years. Funny to watch me play ROR? Yeah, I plan on having a great time. So we'll see what happens. All right, DOT community, thank you for tuning in, as always. And for the non-toxic gamers, I am Zalon. And Bo can't hear me. Bo, did you hear me?
I am Bo. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got an email from Natural Motion, and I was reading it. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, of course. All right. And we're signing off.